this is a straight plane representation problem. Good morning. Happy Friday. I have Neuro Coffee in hand and it is perfect. All right, man, that's really good. All right, time is short. We got to dig right into today's Q&A, which comes off of yesterday's Coffee and Coaches conference call, which was another stellar outing. We had a great time. We went about 2 hours. The cool thing about yesterday's call is that we broke down a bunch of exercises. I think we spent 30 minutes looking at different types of influences of arm bars. I really like exercises and activities that you can use in multiple situations, and just tweaking cues and subtle changes in the influence can produce different outcomes. So we can use it across many different presentations when we're working with clients or patients. The cross-connect activities is another one that I use quite a bit. So there's a lot of interest in that. And Cameron brought up a question on the call, as you'll see, that we just basically started to break this thing down as to, how can we alter some of these cues to get different outcomes, what we should expect under certain circumstances. So again, I think you're going to find this very, very useful. I would also suggest you go to the YouTube channel. There's a video where I sort of break down some of the coaching cues more specifically on there. If you would like to participate in a 15-minute consultation, please go to askbillhartman@gmail.com, askbillhartman@gmail.com, and put 15-minute consultation in the subject line of your email so I don't delete it, and we will arrange that at our mutual convenience. Let's see, what else? Podcast will be up on Sunday, so you can get the whole review there, so you can listen to that while you work. And if you have any other questions, again, go to askbillhartman@gmail.com. I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.
All right. I have a couple for instance situations with the supine cross connect, which I think were kind of answered or sort of given a little bit of clarity already from Max and Dick's questions. But so say if we have someone, all right, so say if they're narrow ISA and they're on an oblique angle and they're really far into that space-time where they're pushed really far forward, so they present with like max P on both sides.
Okay.
So
wait. So you're in max P or you're in late?
Sorry. Yeah. Late.
Okay, because the sacral position's different.
I meant late.
Okay. All right.
Or so I think I do. So let's say if they have their left foot on the wall.
Yep.
And we're trying to get that kind of that initial so early propulsive foot stance, and we're trying to get pressure on the inside of the foot.
Yes, sir.
So I think this has kind of been answered at this point, but I guess I just wanted to go over it in this situation. So as they go to bring that right leg forward, and they're bringing it to the midline.
Yes, sir.
So like when we go to reach with that, or I think we are still reaching with that left elbow to that right thigh.
Yes. Because
it's staying like below that like 60 degrees or so.
You got it.
And then I guess now I sorry if I'm answering myself. I guess I just want to see if I was kind of right after all the questions that went by. And it's kind of helping because they're in supine. So now their sacrum is already kind of facing forward at that point. So, or maybe more like in a nutated situation. Gosh dang it. All right. Thought I understood it. Okay. So
let me help you. Okay. If you were walking, all right, and you landed with your left foot forward in early propulsion, okay, early. What direction is the sacrum facing?
When you first hit the ground at that point, to the right.
This is the moment the first metatarsal head and the heel are on the ground together. So it's the very beginning of early propulsion. What direction is the sacrum facing?
Is it facing to the right, beginning to turn left?
Okay, so let's take the last part of your statement out.
Okay.
It's facing to the right. Okay. And then I'm beginning to yield. Okay. That's where I'm starting to yield. But it's not facing straight up.
Ew, it's facing the
Ew.
right.
It's still to the right, isn't it?
Right.
What I'm doing though is I'm creating I'm initiating the delay that I need on that side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't turn right away. I have to
Ooh.
create that.
Okay.
Okay. You understand?
Yeah, I'm with you as much as I can be. I'm good right now.
Because they're not, he's not rolling that way yet.
Mm.
So it can't turn that way. Right?
Right.
I'm creating the potential. So I'm creating the relative, I'm creating the position of the pelvis where I can capture relative motions.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
You follow?
Yep. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So here's, and so this is a straight plane representation problem, right? Because people want to look at this line, okay, instead of looking at what's going on from a relative standpoint. Is the sacrum moving in in the leftward turn relative to where it was before? Yes, via the yielding action of the connective tissues based on the position, right?
Right.
But if I was using the zero line, is it facing forward? No. It can't, right? I'm not letting it but I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to create the relative motion position that I can use to create the turn that I'm going to produce. Oh. See the difference?
Yeah. Yeah, so you're like setting the stage to start creating.
I have to create the condition. So you heard me say, yeah, I was talking to Max. It's like, what are the initial conditions? Okay, what position did we start from? Right?
Gotcha.
Okay, so I have somebody that's laying on the table. If I'm doing this on supine, I'm doing this in supine. I have somebody that's laying there that's already getting shoved from behind on the left. Okay, I have to create the conditions that allow all this internal stuff to start moving in that direction.
Gotcha.
Right?
So when we're pressing, so like in terms of the foot that's on the wall, like is there like, so it's not a very hard push into the wall in that case then, is it?
It's early.
Yeah.
It's just early. So how hard is that relative to max P?
Not very hard.
It's not, no, but you need the foot contacts. Otherwise, so roll to the pinky toe side of your foot in the same circumstance. What's going to happen? The sacrum's going to face straight up, isn't it? But it's not going to be relative motion, is it?
No, it's just going to be the whole orientation.
Yeah. Yeah. So I create a relative motion at the ankle.
Right. Like we're just talking about the elbow and the shoulder. Versus
exactly. You're exactly right. I'm creating relative motion at the ankle. So if I need to teach somebody how to get an inversion ankle sprain, solid, right? That's a great way to do it.
So say if we were to switch it to the other side, like if we were to now switch feet in that case.
Yes, go, keep going. You got it.
So now I'm going to put more force into the wall on that right foot.
Yeah.
To start to, well, I guess to start to set up my max, to set up my early P on the other side.
Yeah. Okay. So now here's the really cool part is when I push on the wall with my right foot, okay, and I drive the right elbow, I'm gonna actually be able to capture more of the turn, aren't I?
Yes. Yeah.
So what sequence do I want to teach a supine cross connect under most circumstances?
Well, now I would have said if you'd asked me before today, I would have said start with the left, but it seems then put the left foot on the wall just to set the foot up and then to use the right to push myself a little further into it, I suppose.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the arm, let's say if it's still, I guess if we go back to the left foot on the wall,
Yep.
so I guess the intensity of my reach from my left arm to my right thigh. So I guess in this situation, it wouldn't be a very, because that whole left side needs to start to yield. So it's not going to be a very aggressive reach at that point then.
Right. You
And
want,
then,
you want a trick?
sorry.
You want a trick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course I do.
When you've got the left foot on the wall,
Mhm.
cue them to drive the right knee harder. When you've got the right foot on the wall, cue them to drive the right elbow harder.
I can remember that. Okay. Awesome. And then
Sneaky. It's a very small adjustment. It's a very small adjustment, but it will prevent. So sometimes when you and again, a lot of it has to do with how you set this thing up to make sure that they're not driving, because they will try to drive late propulsion on the left side when the left foot's on the wall. Right? That's what they're going to try to do.
right.
Okay. If I drive the right knee just a little bit harder, even if they're using a compensatory strategy to get there, the compensatory strategy turns them to the left. As long as I capture my left foot cues, I can't, it'll stop them from orienting